Hi guys, welcome. So thank you so much for joining, everybody. So very exciting. Tonight is challenge night with May tonight, and yeah, let me just bring May on, and then we can talk about what we're going to do. All right, so we'll just get the sound and everything right first, and then we can talk about what we're going to do. All right, May, we have you live.
Am I live?
Can everybody
Yoo-hoo,
hear
there.
both of us? May, you go first.
Hi, everybody. Hopefully, yeah. Have to pull that maybe a little bit
Hi,
further down.
Sammy. Sounds good, both? Awesome. I can hear a little bit of back feed.
Yeah, me too. And I have no idea where it's coming from. I'm muting that one, and my pad I have no sound on, but I can still hear it. Why is this? I'm going to pull the sound.
Hello, guys.
Come
Hi,
on.
welcome. Welcome. Laura, that's okay. No worries. We'll catch up with you later. Beth Ann, hi. Miranda, hi. Sammy, hi. May, of course, hello.
Hi, Belinda.
Who else is
If
here?
I'm putting
Hillary,
that
hello.
headphone in that
Helen,
thing.
Heather. Flicking down
Is
there.
it good now?
I can still hear that tap,
It,
tap, tap or something, but...
oh, tap, tap, tap. Oh, well, that's my dog. But the echo, can you hear that?
No, it's better now. Hi, Cassandra.
Okay, good.
Hi, Dorothy.
Then I guess I killed it.
Welcome. Okay.
I'm trying to push everything. Oh my god, come on.
So, that's dodgy feet. What? Oh, doggy feet, my bad. I can't even read. So, Sammy has given us a challenge tonight. We got to pick our own picture, so I'm doing Stitch. Hello.
Awesome. Oh, he's so cute.
And May, you looks like you're doing a Bernard Whitman one.
Yes, I am.
Are you gonna be good with those tiny little details with what we're gonna be using?
Depends on what we are going to be using. And let's find out.
So Sammy gave us a challenge to colour with oil pastels. So I have some cheap Micador oil pastels. I did find these in my cupboard, but they were my Nana's and she used them. So I didn't want to use those ones. We'll leave them. And she also gave us the challenge of colouring upside down.
Yay.
So turn it upside down. Upside down. That's it. Yeah.
Oh my god. No.
Have you? I haven't really used. Oh, my board's too big.
I have some oil pastels as well.
What have you got?
I have some Mangio. I don't know how to say that. It's
I don't know.
Japanese or something, but
I've got pastels with those.
So yeah, it's a small Pavel set. Bought them, tested they out once, hated it, put it on my shelf, and never took it down again until now. And I also went out and bought some more pastels just because I see others use it and make wonderful things. So why shouldn't I be able to do the same thing? So I got some loose ones as well.
Awesome. I have no idea what colour Stitch is. That would be something that I probably need to know. Blue. I've got 4 blues, so that's good.
Okay, so here's blue then.
All right, so we're going to do, what do you want to do? 45 minutes, or do you want to do an hour?
Yeah, sure. Go
ahead.
I'm
not sure how I'm going to go.
So that's. I'm wondering, what kind of paper do you actually use?
I'm I'm using. I don't want to tell you. I'm using Strathmore Bristol Smooth, and I've actually coated mine with a layer of matte medium. So
you cheated.
I did not, because the oil pastels were like making the paper go really weird. So this will stop the.
So you have tested this out already? That's cheating. My God. Okay. Well, I have pastel paper, so but it's not sanded or nothing. It is just regular cellulose paper with a little bit more texture.
Yeah. Well, that's what the matte medium does too. Makes it a little bit more textured. No, we're not going to, Sammy. We decided we'd just use what we have, because May already has a limited palette anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need any more limited than this. I mean, this. Okay, I have 17 colors, so.
I have 24, so.
Yeah.
You'll still beat me. You always beat me. Hi, guys. Welcome. Hi, Ashley, Shannon. Who came in earlier? Susan. All right, let's.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Heather, hi. Let's get started then, yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. What is my chef?
Ready, steady, spaghetti? Let's go.
Sure. Something for skin.
Oh, I forgot something to. Oh, dear me. Okay. Who's coloured with oil pastels before?
Actually, this is the one medium that I just can't do. I kind of hate it.
You hate it?
I tested it that one time and it did not work. And I don't like to do things that I'm not good at.
Well, this was my tester page. Look at that, how bad that is. And I concluded that I don't like them either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good challenge.
Yeah, they are. But I talked to this lady at my art shop, and she told me they don't use this on paper. If they do, they use paper made for acrylic paintings.
Oh.
And they actually use it as a base for paintings.
Oh, okay. This is really hard to do upside down. I never even thought or comprehended that it would be different upside down.
Of course, it's different upside down. That's, yeah. They blend some kind. I mean, if I'm smearing his lips now, well, he looks like a clown, I think. And I'm sorry, people, for not being chatty, but.
Hi, Amanda. Welcome. Hi, Mary. Welcome.
Hi, Amanda. Mary. Heather. Hi.
Pam. Hi.
Dorothy. Everybody. Oh my God! Something is licking my leg.
I hope it's the dog. Isn't that like an urban legend where she thinks that her dog's under the bed and she keeps putting her hand down to pat the dog and it's not the dog?
Well,
it's a horror story.
Well, if it's my hamster, then he is licking me way too low. Then he needs to go further up.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
very
okay. I think
messy.
that will be. Can I scrape this up? Oh, I can. Yeah, I went outside the line.
Magic.
So. Ta-da! His hat, maybe. Maybe I can
That's right. The
do.
concentration is on.
It is. Trying to keep an eye on the chat as well, but it's not easy. But okay. And we need a pupil. And
So
how in the world?
this is we couldn't decide between crayons or oil pastels. I have done an image with crayons before, and it came out okay.
I really haven't until now. I never really thought about them being art alive until Laura showed us.
What did she say?
So then
did I miss something? Ah.
she did this first this awesome page in Sagor og Sagene, and then it was in Sagor, and she just made that page, and that's been so amazing with crayons. I was just shocked that you actually could do that, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do it too. So I went out and bought myself some. Of course, mine did not look half as good as Laura's, but it was fun.
I'm using Micador
I like
oil
my
pastels. Look how messy they are. I haven't even started yet properly, and I'm already covered in it.
Oh my god, you are messy. I'm not. I'm all good.
That's good. I'm good.
I guess that you are just dirtier than me then. That's just how it is.
Oh no, I just put blue in his ear. Oops, I gotta keep it upside down.
Yeah, we do.
It's hard.
It is. What is hard is not to color in circles. I so want to do it, but I can't. I have to. Oh my god. What is that? I mean, that is buttons, but those.
I don't know what it is. I don't even know what you're coloring. Oh, jacket.
Yeah. This jacket. Well, I will find out when I have turned it upside down, I guess, and actually see what it is.
It would have been really hard to do this in gloves. Maybe I should have added a twist on and done this in gloves. At least then I wouldn't have got dirty hands.
No, we don't need that. Oh my god. This is just fine. I like it. And I'm going to make a masterpiece that will live long after I'm gone.
In the rubbish bin. Mine will anyway.
No, don't be negative.
I know, Susan. I was sideways then. I turned it back up as quickly as I did it, though.
You You are cheating again.
I tried. I forgot. I said that before. I went, oh, hang on. I'm supposed to be upside down. I could have just turned the camera upside down, I guess, but my hands would have been upside down, so I guess you would have figured that out.
You are such a cheater. I'm shocked. I thought you this nice, decent girl.
Of course I am. What are you talking about?
No, I have no idea myself. I actually like this. This is actually fun. I can smear this out. This mango, they are cheap, but I think they are good. Then again, of course, I have no idea how real pastels should feel like. Like these ones that I got, the Sennelier and Van Gogh. No, not Sennelier. Was it that? Yeah. Sennelier.
Yeah.
And Van Gogh. So.
What did Sammy say?
But the Sennelier, yes, are really, really sticky. And hi, everybody that is joining in. Hi, Connie. Susan, hi. Yeah, thank you. You're a watcher for me, so that she doesn't cheat.
I'm not cheating.
No.
Nope.
That's good. That has been... Because is watching you.
Good.
Keeping an eye on you.
Who's watching you?
Nah. Watching you. Watching us, I guess. Okay, so his tie. I think it was smart of me starting kind of in the middle and work my way out. Else I would have put my hand in it and end up looking like you. What do you use? You have what?
I'm not using anything. What are you talking about?
You have a.
How else am I going to blend it? I can't do it with my fingers. They'll get dirty.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit white there.
It's so messy.
Maybe red. Yeah, but that's what's fun, isn't it?
I'm still having fun.
I am.
I feel like a little kid with a paintbrush and, at school. That's why I picked Stitch, because he's pretty straightforward color-wise.
If you don't use your hands, then I can use something else as well.
What are you going to use?
A stump.
I have a box of those here as well, because I wasn't sure which would work better.
Yeah. Something like that. And
it is definitely like painting with horrible school paint.
I never had or never done that, so I have no idea. But I'm sure that it is just the same. And then his pants. I would think he want to have blue pants.
A Q-tip. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Heather.
No, cotton bud. I think will stick. Won't they? Because they are kind of sticky, or at least some of them. This Sennelier's one is.
I think.
I don't know. I should maybe test that out.
There was a bit of a difference between this cheaper Micador brand and the Pentel brand. But I think they're both cheaper brands. I would assume that the better quality ones sort of go on a little bit smoother, maybe?
They are no. I have been told that there are harder types, and then you have medium, and then you have the really soft ones. So the Mungo, I think, is one of the mediums, and this Van Gogh is harder for the tails, and then you have the Sennelier, which is super soft. But they kind of use them together for different things. So I don't know if you can actually say that the expensive ones are better. I think that they are. I think that is, or that they might have a higher light fastness
Oh,
or
yep,
something.
yep, that's very true.
Because to me, the Van Gogh and the Mungo feels kind of the same. Really, it's not that big difference.
You're not allowed to open it until you can do it live. I want to see you open it, Heather.
Open what?
Heather won the giveaway that I did with Sean for Xenoscope, the Grimm Fairy Tales, and she won the box set.
Oh,
so
awesome.
She got it, and I'd really like to see her open it. I want one of the books in it. I'll have to buy the box set one day.
I do too.
I was trying to do pink and purple ears, but it kind of just blended all in together.
Yeah, it looks all purple.
Yep.
To me.
Oh well. You're doing pretty well.
Oh, I don't know. No, what? No, why? What did I do? I don't even know what. Okay, I'll stop talking to
Yours looks
myself because
good.
It does. I'm good at this.
I can sincerely say that I'm not.
At least it looks good upside down. I have no idea when I flip it.
Flip the book.
Yeah. Flip the book.
Okay.
We'll flip the page. Like that.
He looks beautiful.
16 minutes in. Some sense.
That's okay.
16 minutes and we have an hour. Oh my god.
We've got 45 minutes still. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm rocking this. Maybe he will need to have a golden gun. What is the difference between? Okay, so yeah. Let's take this darker one. Don't I have a? No, I don't.
These things are so weird.
They really are. The what? Oh no! Oh my god! What did I do? Let's correct that. Oh. That. I have an edge. Dun, 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 dun.
I can't talk. I'm concentrating so much. At the moment, I haven't layered them.
Okay, I've figured out that I don't hate them anymore. I
Great.
think they are challenging, but I do think that I can learn how to use these ones.
Mine looks like a preschooler did it.
Do they layer? Oh, they don't layer. They smudge and make a mess.
They do. Okay, I'm gonna try something else then, because I'm not liking that at all.
I should have put out some sandpaper to clean it up. I have some. Oh, I have some watercolor paper or something. No, that's not what to do.
I can't turn it. It's so hard not to turn it.
It is.
I'm trying a blending stuff now. Oh, that works heaps better. Well, why didn't you say that earlier?
Because you have already done stuff with your paper and all cheating already.
I'm not cheating.
And why I didn't say because I like to win.
No, it's smudging everywhere. I'm determined to make this work. What is this color? Oh, this is like an orangey color.
Oh God! That's the papers side. No wonder I didn't get any color out. Yes, maybe another hand on the other side. Is that? It's supposed to be the thumb. I mean, yeah. It is a thumb now.
It's weird doing a sunset upside down or a sunrise upside down.
But it's looking nice.
Like a kindergarten's?
Well, yeah, but still nice.
It's really hard. Sammy, you should be doing this too. It's so hard.
It is.
May's all quiet because she's finding it easy.
Yeah, I'm actually having fun. You were right this time. This is fun. I like this. All that other crap that you have been pulling haven't been this fun. Well, it has. It's all been so much fun. Okay, I can't get the hotels in this chain, so I'll just do like that. I guess.
Oh.
I'll be hearing the like, oops.
I can hear the garage door opening.
It sounds like you are doing this really, really hard.
It does?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's hard. I'm just scratching a hole in the paper. It's all good.
Exactly. Well, if it's making a hole in the paper, then you are too heavy-handed. Be gentle. Buttons. Oh, that is maybe a rose that is on his
I'm
wrist.
having a great time. Not.
That's good. Yoo-hoo. What button if I can? Okay, it got a lot bigger than it was, but okay, who cares?
It's alright, it's covered over. Did anyone say they had used them before? I didn't see that before. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
I need a break. I need a cuppa and I didn't grab myself one.
Well, if you hurry up, then you will have a time and do it then. Oh my god, this is maybe part of the gun as well. Okay. It's so weird when you're looking upside down, thing that you actually are missing.
Mm-hmm.
How used we are to observe things the other way around, and then they make sense.
I think I need blue in here. I don't know what color to put in here. Maybe purple. I don't know.
Use them all.
I'm struggling.
It's a sunset. Maybe we need to have a little bit more yellow.
Maybe a little bit of blue.
So, oh, I was.
Oh my gosh! What? Already?
Oh, she took that off. She was just kidding.
Just tricking. Just joshing.
Yeah. Black shoes. That was just a stupid idea because that really did not show at all. Making some highlights. Maybe that will help a little bit. No, did not. Okay. His shoes looks weird. Maybe we will just cover them up with pants. Again. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, these stubs get dirty quickly.
Yes, they do. Okay, that was a little bit better. Oh, that's a part of his jacket. Where's my earring? Oh, that's black.
There's my sunset.
Oh, it's beautiful, Bee. I love it. You have done a good job on it.
Do I detect a little bit of sarcasm there?
Not at all. Not at all. Okay, now we're at curtains. I want purple. Oh god, these are soft ones.
Which
it's
one's
amazing.
That? Oh, the
chandeliers.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah. Oh!
That's not fair. Mine are hard. And they don't have much pigment. They're kind of losing the pigment as I'm blending them out. It's weird.
Oh, really? Well, mine doesn't do that. Oh my god. But I love how they feel. They're so soft. but they are covering everything.
Too soft.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna
I
need
to
some
get...
tissues or something, I think. I'm making a mess.
But this is fun. Look at my hands. Yoo-hoo! I'm a kid again.
Are you, are you covered in them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, look.
What's what? Oh my god, what is Sammy up to?
She's laughing her head off. Saying,
She
I'm so
is,
glad I didn't have to do this one.
Yeah. And a little highlight will help on my curtains.
Oh gosh, that's terribly messy. It sounds like someone's shaking a milkshake.
It's just one of the dogs walking. This new dog, he does not lift his feet.
Scuffs.
He... What?
He scuffs. Scuffs his feet.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I have no idea what it means, but I'm sure that it is right.
Heather, I'm was trying to use a brush to blend it, but it was just making a mess everywhere. And then I was just using a blending stub.
Look at my curtains. Oh, they are nice.
Oh, shush.
But are they going back there? No, they're not. That window I might have to skip for now. Oh, I can do that. Jack in the box, or was it? Yeah. We call it a roll in a box.
A what in a box?
Troll.
Oh, yeah.
Troll in a box.
We call them...
Because we don't put jacks in boxes.
Ah. Oh, this is not fun.
Yes. Where did I put my something up? Blending too.
Somebody said stop a minute. We have to stop. Why do we have to stop?
No. Halfway. Stop a minute.
I don't want to stop.
Yes, I will stop. Just hang on. I will blend this a little bit into the paper. Because when Summit tells us to, we kind of have to obey her.
Okay, hang on.
When we don't see it,
Okay, fine.
She'll start yelling and stuff. Oh my god.
There you go, I stopped. Why am I stopping?
So, yeah, me too. So, yeah, I have stopped.
He's looking pretty cool.
Well, I can have a sip of coffee.
I don't know. I don't have a coffee.
Too bad. Oh, boo.
That was water. It just spattered everywhere. Sammy, why did we stop?
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean. Uh-oh. She's going to do something.
She is. I'm sure that she's doing something.
Stop at the 30-minute mark for your next instruction.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the sound of that. I was starting to get the hang of it.
To my world.
Come on, Sammy, what are you doing? She's probably typing it out, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so. And she is typing like a maniac.
Uh-oh, that's scary.
It is. Why can't we just keep on working? Okay, yeah, well.
I don't know. I was just rubbing off some stuff, but it's not really rubbing off. My instruction is above. Did it come
It's the
through?
bow.
Oh, hang on a minute. Am I on top chat?
Ladies,
Good on me.
I'm live chat. How
Okay.
to waste ladies? I can't see it, and I'm on live chat. It's on top chat.
Says 5-minute mark for your next instructions. What are you blending with? Halfway through, ladies, just popping in to say hi. That was Sean, and then Heather, and then Connie.
Susan
and I don't see it.
says no as well.
I can't see it, Sammy.
Maybe it was over 200 letters, Sammy, that you actually had to cut it down. Because I can't see anything.
Me neither.
Amanda says no too, so.
No, it didn't. It didn't come through. I just realised this is more water down here.
You have water. Yoo-hoo. But at least your stuff is kind of big. I have tiny shit. Turn the page to the left sideways.
Aww.
Are we going to color sideways?
This way?
You're kidding me. Why? Oh my god. She's making it so much harder.
And
left is that way, so like this.
And can we just keep going?
Both getting comfortable. Turn it to flip it on its side. Oh my god. And yes, I was getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was getting used to them.
No.
Okay, we can go again.
Now, Sammy, this is just mean.
Yeah, now I don't know what I'm doing again. I was trying to put a little bit of a shine on his nose, but that looks terrible. Just rub that out. I think that nose needs to be way darker.
But at least we know now that that our minds will get used to images being upside down within like a half an hour or something.
Yeah, there's an experiment they did with those upside down glasses that your eyes automatically turn things up the right way.
Yeah.
And then when you take them off, everything in the world's upside down again. So your eyes adjust.
Yeah, they do. It's awesome.
They don't layer very well. It just took off what was underneath it. Whoever asked before. Well, mine do anyway.
Yes, I mean, I know. I was getting used to it. And that's nothing wrong with that.
My page has got lines in it. Mm-hmm. Looks good. It's great so far. I'm really happy with mine.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it looks gorgeous. This is some of my better work. And my whiny dog is... I håller verkligen... Vad det är? Shh. Det går bra.
He needs to brush his teeth. They got blue
My
on
dog
them.
does. How do you know?
His teeth have got blue on them. He's got blue teeth. I'm talking about
Poor
Stitch.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
This is not easy.
No, it was actually easier upside down.
I think it was.
It sounds
How weird is that?
Weird saying that. I don't know. Maybe I can lay on my table. Hopefully it looks, or it will make it easier.
So when are you going to go live, Heather? Because yeah, I want to be there for that. I'm struggling with this sideways thing.
And yes, Sammy, as I talked about my dog, she said that he needed to brush his teeth. So if she actually can smell him already.
It's smell-o-vision.
Then I guess that he do need that.
My puppy has puppy breath. I'm not sure if I like it.
Oh.
She's getting so big.
Yeah. And that's good because that puppy time, oh my god, that is just like having a baby.
Oh yeah, sleep deprivation.
Yeah. And all they do is sleep, eat, and poop.
And chew. Don't forget the chew.
Yeah, okay. And they chew.
Eat, sleep, and chew.
Yeah. But they are adorable while they do it. So I guess that's why
it's so hard to say no.
Yes.
She's learning so quickly though. Like she's only 9 weeks and she's already sitting and laying down and
good
fetching. It's so cute. I don't know. It's been a long time since we had a baby dog. So
yeah.
Our last baby dog was a baby like 15 years ago. It's a big change.
Yeah, we have had a puppy in, I think it was like 10-15 years as well. Until we got Aria.
That's a cute name.
Now she is 2, so. Thank you. Aria is from a game of Thrones. Just that we say it like the Finns does. Aria. Oh my god,
Is that your stomach?
No, that is my bunny dog. He's like, oh, nobody cares for me. I'm so lonely. And I can't talk to him as he can't hear either.
I want the
Puppy tornado.
I want the Legends and Myths book by Xenoscope.
Legends
Oh
and
no!
I haven't heard about that one. I think I need that as well.
I just ordered Jasmine Beckett's book. Thanks, Sean, for telling me about the other website.
Yeah, I should order myself that one as well. I haven't done that yet.
I got it from the Blue Angel publishers here in Australia. So it should be pretty quick.
It should be. Oh my god.
This is looking so weird.
Yeah. I will have to find something he can chew at or pärlor med aldrig rört back.
That's fine. Take your time. Answer the door while you're there. Make another cuppa. So should I turn my page this way for a bit? Wait. Nope. I've like dirtied 5 of these blending stubs. I'm just gonna clean one because I don't have any clean ones. And this sandpaper's crap. Try this one. You guys seen how to sharpen a blending stub?
So hopefully that will keep them occupied.
What did you do?
I gave them some pulse long.
20 minutes? No. That can't be that time already.
Where did time go?
I'm trying to clean a stub off so I can do more.
I can some highlights and
I'm
stuff.
making a mess all over me. Not just with pastel.
Dun, dun, dun.
Noisy. Sorry. There we go.
I have no idea where I should put highlights, but
I haven't done that. I've just done kindergarten coloring. Okay.
well, so have I, but still it needs a highlight.
Thanks,
and
Helen,
shadows.
for being so kind.
Thank you, Helen. Oh my god, it's actually easier to see on a camera what it is than it is in real life. Okay. Around. Smearing it all together.
Oh dear.
So, have anybody else actually used oil pastels, and what do you think about them? If you have used them.
I think they're horrible.
I didn't ask you. I asked everybody else.
Well then.
Okay. Well, you are entitled to have an opinion as well. Well, Sammy haven't. What she is curious. You know that you can record that you are doing this, Sammy. So we get to see you. Because this is so much fun.
Yeah. Fun. I'm going a little crazy. It doesn't go black. It's staying like grey. It's terrible.
I don't have any pinks.
Oh dear. You might have to use red and white.
Oh my god. I think so too. Okay, or just let's just skip the pink then.
Uh-oh. I went out the lines. No! You certainly have to get rid of your perfectionism with something like this, don't you?
You do, but that is about the only thing that I like with this is that it is challenging me to accept not being perfect or not even looking good.
No. Try making it on a bit of plastic board. What? Making what?
Oh, a pink. Yeah, I can.
I
I have my
see.
palette.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
so smart. I can like that and that.
I wasn't sure what she was talking
Matching
about
it.
then. Anyway.
How will I get it on the paper?
Brush.
So, all
Oh, the stub.
right.
The blending stub.
Yeah, maybe I can do that. Oh, Sammy is just so smart. My God. Okay, so I have some kind of pink. I do. Let's see. Can we paint with this thing?
You know what? The yellow is the best colour out of
I
all of the
can.
colours.
Okay, why?
I don't know. It's just the
Why?
softest and the smoothest, and it just blends. It's cool.
Oh, awesome.
But you know what? I find the yellow pigment seems to do that though. So let's make these yellow.
Yeah. Oh, he has pink under his feet.
Oops. With a little bit of pink
This
on
is
it.
pretty. Thank you, Sammy. This is actually quite nice. And I like my pink. I, I don't know. Am I painting toenails or underneath the foot or what? Oh, I know what it.
I
See when
have
it's.
them. Maybe I should try some of my Nana's Pentel ones.
Well, if you're none use them, then they must be good, right?
Well, that's true. Where did my yellow stub go?
That. Oh, he looks like Fuzzy Bear. Fuzzy the Bear, I think. But I want to make him purple, but kind of a light purple, I think. If I can. Oh my God, this is like butter.
Which one's that one? The Sinalia
The
one.
eternity. Yeah. They are so soft.
I mean, I don't
I'm
really want them because I probably won't use them. So did you say, May, that the lady at the shop said that there was special paper for them?
Not really special paper, but they use it on paper made for acrylic paintings.
Like on a
So it
canvas?
is, yeah, it is a paper, but it's kind of the peel and like a canvas.
Huh. Uh-huh.
And she said that they sketch their paintings out with these oil pastels, and then they paint.
Oh, these are harder, Sean.
Over them.
The Pentel ones are harder than the Mikador ones. They're really hard. Like crunchy almost.
Oh wow!
How hard it is to... My coordination's so bad on the side.
I know, it's hard to figure out what's what.
Oh, the light green one's really soft. Maybe that one was just hard because it hasn't been used. I'm afraid this one's not going up on social media.
Of course it is.
Nope. This is as far as it's going.
No. This is a masterpiece. Come on. We are doing good. And he is looking amazing for a 5-year-old.
You can say that again.
But for being a medium that we haven't used and barely just tested out, I think we are doing good.
Okay. I did use some Zest It, but it went all weird, so it doesn't work. Which is the same as Gamsol.
I have some too.
It went all watery and strange, doesn't work. Well, it works for smoothing stuff out, but it takes off the paint. The oil pastel. See?
Yeah. It does the solvent, and that is kind of what it's supposed to do.
It's not very good. No, I now have to redo that bit. I don't remember what color I used. That one. Uh-oh. Somebody just woke up.
That's what I'm saying. And Eros is waking up. I'm like, oh no, he's up.
Look at that. My hands are like black. Oh, stinky. Ow. Ow. I'm pretty certain you're not going to like what you get up here. Hi. Shadow's decided that she's going to come and visit. She doesn't like the smell of them. She's making funny faces. Nope, she's gone again. She says, see you later. I think this is the first time that Maya, have you nearly finished or not?
Yeah, I just have a plain and the background and I'm soon done. Nearly finished. As always.
I need pink in there.
No, actually, today I have taken my time and given you a chance to.
All right, yeah, sure. Likely story.
Let's down there.
I am out of my zone.
Totally
Although I
out
was
of
quite
your
in my
zone.
painting zone on the weekend. I really enjoyed doing my acrylic. He looks scary. Look at his teeth.
I wish they were pointed here. Then we could actually do
Well,
a little bit
sharpen it.
more. Yeah. Well, no. Hold on. Okay, so on to my clock and my plane. How much time do we have left?
None.
None.
I think
You're kidding me.
I think we're
10.
pretty much done, aren't we?
Oh no. 10 minutes. It was 2 minutes or 4 minutes ago, so we have 6 minutes at least. That's plenty of time.
I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just
Oh,
terrible.
I can't tell. No, you're doing good.
Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed watching us do crazy challenges. It's good fun.
It is. I think so. I hope that the others think so too. Oh my god, and the dog is back.
Oh,
Nej, du är väck. My god, look at this. This is some nasty stuff. Oh my god. That. Blending from the lightest areas and up to the darker. So I won't ruin everything.
I'm just trying to get rid of some of the dust. It's everywhere. Ow. I just hurt myself. Is it time's up yet? Has anyone, is anyone actually watching? Or are we just going until we finish?
No, Sammy is 5 minutes left. She just said. My plane. Okay, it can be blue.
Oh. Paper was slipping off it.
My
5 minutes.
pastel paper is actually doing quite good. It's holding up very, very nicely.
Yeah, I might have to try pastel paper next time.
Next time, so
this was actually pretty
I'll
good. This paper was alright. No, there won't be next time, but. If I was to, I would try something different.
Yeah.
Okay. At least we didn't have trouble with your camera shrinking on the screen all the time, like last time.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
It was weird. I think there was something wrong with it. I have updated it since then, so...
And I went outside the lines. Trying to scrape it off with my nail. That's not really good that well. But that, and I want to flip it over, and I can't. What to do with those? That's the windows at the back. I can at least color the railing. Is that what it's called? Those. Oh, if I could be inside the line, that is.
If people don't really use them like this, then why do they sell really expensive brands of them?
Yeah. Good point.
Fair question.
There's more of the curtain actually.
Oh, 2 minutes.
That's my right. Stab away with that one. That's supposed to be a finger or something. I don't even know anymore what's what there. And why do I have all these small spots everywhere? It's because I have them laying on top. I shouldn't have done that.
So guys, once you finished watching here today, pop over and check out Laura. She's live at the moment. I said that I'd send you over there, so go check it out. I think I'm pretty much done. How are you going there? I think our time's up, by the way.
I'm doing good. 1 minute left, Sammy says.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Trying a little bit more of that zest on this black bit here, but
I don't. This wasn't as bad as it was the first time. So, but it's
did you use that paper last
nothing
time?
that I will. No, I used it just in a coloring book with copy paper.
Oh.
So I guess that has something to
Do with it.
say it, yeah.
I didn't even think of trying it on rough paper, but this has got the matte medium on it anyway, so it's kind of rough.
Just have this light blue wall. Oops,
I wanted that to be black, but it's not black. Is that Laura? Heather? Thank you. Time is up. What are you doing? You're finishing now. Come on, time's up. May?
Out here, yeah, I'm singing over here. I can't hear. I used the bee, so I can't hear her voice anymore.
I can't believe I actually finished before May.
Well, I haven't finished because I have a lot to do left.
He looks so cool. Oh, wait.
Well, I love your little guy. I have to clean up some of this. Oh, some of my mess. That's not supposed to be in there.
He looks terrible. What are you talking about? This is my 5-year-old self-colouring, okay?
I have to fish mine. Dun, dun, dun. Look at mine. Yes.
What is that?
It's special.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Wow.
I don't know what that is. I think it's a leaf.
They look like eggs.
They look weird. I think they're like plants that the crisscross plants that go up. Oh gosh, it's so messy.
And how you need to color it. It looks like eggs
Yours looks so cool. You
inside.
did so good.
I did.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. I think I'll hang it up on my wall.
Mine's like a cartoon one, and yours is like realistic. Look at because of the matte medium, there's like lines on it. Can you see the lines?
No, I can't see the lines. I'm sorry.
It looks weird.
And I'm so sorry for the bumping camera, but my dog just jumped down. Well, at least this one was fun, and I feel that this is something that I can learn to master if I want to.
Yeah.
And it was really good having both hands, and yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have done that with gloves. Gloves away.
I don't know how can you smear this with that on your hands?
True.
Because yeah, I don't know.
I have to wash off my brush now.
Only thing I don't really, or I'm not happy with at all, is the shoes.
So I used the Mikado oil pastels. I can't even get the lid off the bottom.
My God, but look at his face, his
and
smile there. He looks
cool. He's evil.
Yeah,
and I used a couple of the Pentel ones too. I did use a blending stubs and a little bit of this on a brush, but I didn't like that.
I have it, but I did not use it, so I use just.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I'm gonna pop over and say hi to Laura, and
yeah, I'll do it as well.
You will as well. All right, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Don't forget to subscribe to me if you haven't already, and click the like button for today. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.